Peace and love, family. On today's first episode of Unedited Lock Talk, we're going to talk about properly vetting your loctician. So, I'm a loctician located in Orlando, Florida. Been a loctician for, oh my gosh, a while now. We would say close to about 10 years now. I started having an obsession with locks in middle school and wanted to have them, but of course didn't really start my lock journey until my adult years. So I kind of knew going into my lock journey that I wouldn't see a loctician long term because my journey, I wanted to be fully involved with my journey. I wanted to learn every aspect of locks, which eventually led me to actually, becoming a loctician myself. So I would say, number one, you want to definitely do your research. Just like if you were to get diagnosed with some type of condition, illness, or disease, and you needed a emergency surgery or you needed a very important surgery, you wouldn't just trust any doctor off of Craigslist. You wouldn't just trust any doctor based upon which one is cheaper. So I'm gonna need you to have that same energy when it comes to your loctician. Like, stop choosing locticians because they're cheap. Typically, these are gonna be the ones that over time, your hair is going to start thinning, your hair is going to be dry, they're not able to properly educate you. They're just literally picking up any product out of the hair store and twisting your hair with it. Listen, I've heard some stories. So sidebar, I did hear of a loctician that was using Shining Jam to retwist her customers or her clients' locks, and I was like, what the F? But again, I blame the customer, the client, because I'm like, listen, you have to properly vet people. So if you're seeing people on social media, you need to go through their pictures, like scroll all the way past to the first day they started doing locks. Like, I need to see a progression over time. Like, have your parts cleaned up. I'm also looking at the different backgrounds because a lot of these girls are taking pictures off of Google and passing it off as their work. So you have to have a responsibility as a client. So if you see hardwood floors in 3 pictures and then switch the tile and switch back the carpet, the walls change 3 or 4 times and they work, red flag. Another red flag is I look at the captions as well because I'm looking for somebody that can actually guide me through my journey. How can you guide me through your journey, through my journey, if you're not properly educated? Therefore, you can't educate me properly. So I'm looking at different captions. If you have voiceovers, I'm listening to the voiceovers that you're saying. What else? Number 2, I would definitely say a booking site. I would say if a loctician does not have a booking site, do not pass go. Do not collect $200 because that shows me that you're not serious about your business and your brand. And I feel like you may be one of those people that just want to do hair when you need some extra money versus, you're always gonna, continuously be there to support me throughout my lock journey. So that's just a red flag to me. And then when we go to booking sites, if you don't take deposits, I'm scared because those are the type that's going to text you an hour before, talk about, hey, boo, talk about, I can't make it to the appointment. So you definitely want to make sure they take deposits. Another major thing I would stay away from locticians that do not offer consultations. Consultations is one of the most important parts of the lock journey. This is when you're going to discuss the method that you want to start your lock journey, why you want to start your lock journey, what part and methods that you want, the size that you want. You need to bring inspiration pictures. And this is also when the loctician is going to set expectations or letting you know what to expect during your lock journey. I mean, at this point, you should have done your due diligence to, do your research to understand why you want to start a lock journey and also what's all included in there as far as like how often you need to maintenance your hair, how much is that going to cost and things like that. So you definitely want to make sure that your loctician is offering a consultation. Not to play, but seriously, I would stay away from people that don't offer consultations. A lot of these locticians, or even if they are locticians or not, They do whatever the hell they want to do to your hair. So they may decide, I don't want to start locks with 2-strand twists, but maybe you decided that for whatever reason, you want to start with 2-strand twists. Maybe you decided you want to do interlocking and they don't interlock. Or, maybe they only do one size on all of their clients. So you want to make sure, again, that you're being heard in your consultation. That's the most important part. You want to make sure that you're able to sit in that chair. You build a relationship with your loctician. You feel like you can trust them. They are knowledgeable, that they're going to help you throughout the journey. But just want to make sure you feel comfortable and that their energy is good. Like, your hair is the most spiritual part of your body. And also take into consideration, energy flows out the palm of our hands. So if that loctician energy is not right, if they just got done arguing with their baby daddy before they, touch your hair, that negative energy is flowing into the top of your crown. So you want to be very, very careful that there is a positive, energetic exchange. Now, I'm going to go on a limb with this one, and some people may not agree with me, but this is just my personal preference. If you don't have locks, you can't touch my locks. Like, no. How do I know for sure that you really understand the journey? This journey for me personally was a spiritual journey. It was a journey of, elevation. It was a journey of just getting more tapped in with self, having self-acceptance. It was about me going against the grain with this natural, these societal standards of beauty that they've given Black women to make us feel like we all need to look like clones and we all need to look the same in order to be beautiful. So me starting my locks was like an act of rebellion. Like, I'm going to wear my hair however the hell I want to wear my hair. And how I decide to wear my hair, I set the standard on what is beautiful. And I feel like locks are beautiful, especially for women of color. But all women, hey, if you want to lock your hair, do you. But especially for women of color, like, this is such a spiritual journey. This is like getting back to our roots, tapping in with self, learning to love, appreciate, and take care of the hair that grows out of our scalp. It's just such a beautiful experience, and you need to make sure that you have the right person that's going to lead you through the journey, that really understands, that could teach you about patience, that could teach you about, delayed instant gratification, because your locks are not going to look like you want it to look from day one, and you're going to have to be okay with that. Like, contrary to popular belief, there's no such thing as an ugly phase unless your ass is ugly. It's just an uncomfortable phase because, again, you have to strip yourself down and be able to look into that mirror every day and love what you see. And that's the part of the journey. So, yeah, just a couple of different, tidbits for me on what you should look for. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Let me know any questions that you guys may have, and I'm here to answer. But thank you so much for tuning in to Uncut Lock Talk here on Unapologetically OG channel.